post office, and I'm working on a story.
Okay.
They're who you called me. I'm who you called.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. So they called the police. They called you on me, and it's basically because I'm filming. But it says the conduct and the rules and regulations says that if you're news media, I am news media. I'm an independent journalist working on a story. Leave your tyrant at home day. Maybe they didn't want any problems.
What should have been a simple visit to the post office turned into a constitutional showdown. A journalist peacefully filming in a public lobby was met with hostility, threats of arrest, and a shocking denial of service, all while standing firmly within his rights. How far will officials go to shut down transparency? Let's find out.
It's still asking me to wait. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sir, you recording something? Sir.
Yes.
Okay, you're not allowed to do that in here.
I can't record in here.
You're not allowed to record, take pictures in here at all. I'm on a federal building.
Is it why? Is it against the law?
It's against the law, it is. Yeah, if you get the town a list of things you cannot do.
Oh, you mean the conduct on postal property?
Yeah.
Yeah, that says I have permission to film.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Supervisor, he's coming up.
They're so quick to say that it's illegal to film in a federal building.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Can I get a stamp?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to ask you to turn it off on me. I don't want to be in any video.
But you work for the public. I'm just holding you accountable. That's all.
Well,
You're a federal worker.
I can ask what you're using that for.
Huh? Sure.
What are you using the
And
phone
and I'll tell you what I'm using it for.
Okay.
I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Do you have any credentials or anything?
I don't need credentials to be an independent journalist. I'm just gathering content for a story.
58 cents.
Did you read the
Yeah, it says you have to do it by local postmaster or unless you're a news agency.
Yeah, I am a news agency.
And with no credentials. That's amazing.
The Constitution.
Anybody can walk in here and say that.
Yeah, for sure, because we have freedom of press in this country, sir. You heard of the freedom of press?
Yeah, I also heard of credentials too. How long are you already say you are?
Well, everybody has freedom of press, not just people with credentials, sir. Just so you know.
Well, yes, this is our manager. Yes, we have an ID.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give any ID.
Why not?
Because why would I? I don't need to.
Because we asked for it. If you're filming it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give ID. You're calling who? You do what you need to do. What's your name?
What's your name?
Your name is you have your name tag on. I can't see it.
Help us next, please.
Can I get your name, sir? I can't get your name. Are you a supervisor here? Are you a supervisor? I guess he doesn't want to give me his name. This guy doesn't want to give me his name.
And are these all in these?
Yeah, no one's in sheet.
Okay.
I don't know why he's being so rude.
Along with that, I think I'd like to have a sample of this. And,
This one?
yeah. And
Sir, can I ask you why you're videotaping before I have the police come and remove you?
Hey.
You're not allowed to film inside a federal building.
Okay. First of all, de-escalate a little bit.
I'm just asking because they've asked
No,
you any credentials.
you
Do have any
started
credentials?
yelling at me.
I'm asking you what you're doing. What's your
Okay.
purpose?
Well, the way to do it is, hi sir, how are you? Can I help you with something?
I'm asking you have credentials?
I don't know who you are, sir.
I'm the postmaster.
You're the postmaster of
Yep.
this post office?
Yes.
Okay.
Who are you? You cannot film without an appointment. And it has to go through our press, so I'm just asking you why you're filming. Do you have
No.
credentials?
I'm news media. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a
You
story.
have to schedule an appointment to videotape inside a federal building.
That's not what the conduct.
Okay, do you have credentials?
Do I have credentials?
Yes.
No, I don't have any
Okay,
credentials.
then I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
But why, if I don't need credentials? I have freedom
Because
of
I just gave
press.
you the reason.
I have freedom
I'm
of
asking you to
press.
leave, or if not, I'm going to have the police remove you from the building.
I have freedom of press,
You're
sir.
inside of a federal building. I
Yeah.
told you have to schedule an appointment to videotape.
That's not what the conduct, the rules and regulations
I'm
governing
just explaining.
conduct
Do
on
you want to
postal
provide me
property.
credentials?
So if I had credentials, I wouldn't need an appointment. Is that what you're
Still
telling
need
me?
an appointment.
But that's not what it says on the rules and regulations
I'm
governing
telling you the rules and
conduct.
regulations that I'm aware of. If I'm asking you to leave the
If you-
premises since it's a federal building.
If you want,
You're
you
now
can.
trespassing.
If you want, you
I'm
can
not
read the
gonna
rules.
argue. You can either leave,
You can read the rules.
you can leave, or I can have the police come and talk to you.
Well, I'm not going to leave. This is a public building. I'm conducting business.
You're not cutting this.
Yes, I am. I'm looking. What was I doing when you came over? Looking at these cards, right? Yeah, videotaping the cards. Everybody just wants to call the police. You're a postmaster, but you don't know your own rules and regulations. I don't understand. So if I wanted to get one of these cards over here, I can't get one now?
Yeah, sure.
I can?
Yeah, get one
But the
over.
postmaster was just yelling at me, telling me to leave.
Well, you want to purchase something, you can purchase then. You can leave.
Interesting. Yeah, but do I have a time frame? I'm looking at all the cards. That's what I was doing when the
Why
postmaster...
would you put that? Why do you need to film it to look at all the cards?
I told you because I disseminate information to the public. I am news. I'm an independent
Well,
journalist.
then we have the right to ask what you're using this for. Like you said, you need an appointment to do it.
That's not what the rules and regulations... You read them. I heard you read them. That's not what it says.
And it said it's up to the postmaster.
If it's all other photographs are up to the postmaster, correct?
Well, again, you have no proof that what you're saying, what you're doing.
The
You're
freedom of
journalist.
press. That's why I'm here to educate.
Yeah,
the
but
freedom
you
of
gotta
press.
show us you are the press. You
But
won't
we-
even-
we
you
all-
won't even
you
tell us
have
your
the-
name.
you have
won't
the-
even tell us your name.
You have the freedom of press.
You
And to
won't
be
even
honest,
tell us
none
your
of you
name.
are telling me your
won't even
name.
tell us your name.
None of your workers have told me your name.
Well, my name's Glenn. You can see it right here.
Let's go see. Let's go meet up these the police over here. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. Just trying to get some stuff from the post office, and I'm working on a story.
Okay.
They're who you called me. I'm who you called.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. So they called the police. They called you on me, and it's basically because I'm filming. But it says the conduct and the rules and regulations says that if you're news media, I am news media. I'm an independent journalist working on a story, and I purchased a stamp. I'm looking at cards now, and he's telling me that if I don't leave, he's going to call the police on me. So that's why I wanted to meet you here outside so we can clarify that I'm just conducting business inside. This is a public building. I have freedom of press. They're saying that I can't film unless I have credentials. I told them that everybody has the freedom of press. And I do have a company. I am an independent journalist, and I'm working on a story.
Okay.
So I don't want any problems. They started yelling at me and,
Okay.
threatening me with arrest.
What little information I did get was
Yeah.
that you were filming customers, and I think maybe, I don't know if that's...
Well, maybe inadvertently, but that's not, but again, they're in public, sir. They're in public. I'm not in somebody's house filming them, right?
Right.
But it's not like I'm sticking my camera in their face or anything. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm filming the walls. I'm getting I'm gathering content for my story. I'm working on a story of this post office here.
Okay, like a
So-
history of it?
Yeah, basically.
I see.
Basically, so I'm getting the outer of the I already got the outer of the building. I'm getting the inside of the building, and I was also conducting business. I got a stamp while I was here. I'm looking at cards, and they said if you don't leave now, you're going to be arrested for trespassing. So, it's a public building. I have a right to be in there. I'm not breaking any laws.
All right,
I'm not breaking any laws.
I'll be back with you in a minute, all right?
All right. So if I go inside, will I be arrested for trespassing, sir?
Well, you want to come on in, it's up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me just see what they say.
You can read it right here. It's right in federal regulations.
Say that again.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh.
Can't film inside any retail areas.
Lobbies, foyers.
That's not a foyer, that's the retail area.
That's a lobby. That's
That's
a.
where the,
But this is a lobby.
And you're making customers uncomfortable, and they file a complaint.
But that's a lobby, sir.
this is the lobby. That's the retail area. That's where they collect money. That's where services are
It's-
sold. And
If you would read it, it doesn't exclude a retail area. I don't even know what that is.
what's up, man?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Hanging out.
Mind if I just get your name and badge number?
My what?
Your name and badge number?
Yeah. Trolling Wise, 429.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
When public meetings, except were permitted by officials or security force personnel or authorized. So in essence, they can
What's the problem?
Oh, nothing. I was just buying a stamp. I'm filming. I'm an independent journalist, gathering content for a story in the publicly accessible areas of this building. And the postmaster just started yelling at me.
Did you get your stamp?
I got my stamp. Yeah, I was actually looking at the cards because I wanted to get a card. And I'm also
Like a greeting card?
Yeah, like a greeting card, yeah. And then, just getting the architecture of the building. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm being...
Are you from here? The city?
No, not from the city, no. I'm here working on a story for my company.
Is it your company or you work for someone?
It's my company.
Oh, cool.
It's my company, yeah.
Like an online thing or is it like an
Yeah.
actual print paper?
Yeah. Online. Correct. I haven't been, I've been cordial with everybody. I don't understand why this is not really necessary. I just wanted to buy a stamp and a card and get the architecture of the building. That's all. I've been here for like 5 minutes.
What's that?
I've been here for like 5 minutes. Excuse me, sir.
We've been here longer than that. It took me about 5 minutes to get here.
Well, yeah, maybe a little over 5 minutes, but I haven't been here that long. That's the point. I just been here. When the postmaster confronted me and started yelling at me, I was looking at cards. I wasn't aware there's a time limit of being in a post office.
He's getting the paper, so I have it because this is the first time I've kind of dealt with it.
Okay.
This, and I'm going to give you a copy too.
Yeah.
Unless
I mean,
know.
if you listen, I'm gonna let you know right now, officer. If your order, give me a lawful order to leave the premises, I will leave without a problem.
Well, this is my interpretation that is the retail area. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? That's where people get out their credit cards. That's where they have their money. You know what I mean? So this is the lobby, and that's my interpretation of it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to go off of. So
That's fine.
you're
gonna go
out in this area. You're more than welcome to film or whatever. But inside there, I'm going to ask you not to.
Okay, but I would need you to just to be fair, I need you to tell me not to, not ask me not to.
Yeah,
because
I'm telling you not to.
Okay.
Okay.
You're telling me not
Yeah.
to. It's a difference
Right.
when it comes to, civil courts and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's a difference. So I just wanted to make sure we're clear.
Right.
That's all, sir.
And like I said, it's my interpretation. It's his interpretation that is the retail area.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're telling me not to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because if I did, that would be trespassing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'd be arrested for trespassing? Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes, which is what
What
probably
I'm
you would
doing.
fall under. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule. Other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster.
Yeah. So I consider that a lobby. I consider this a foyer. And it's just, I'm not going up to the counters and filming people's credit card information. That's not my intent here. My intent is just to get the overall layout of what's going on in the post office. See how the postal employees treat the customers.
Right.
Just an overall documentary of what's going on here.
All right,
Documentation.
If you want to do that, go ahead. You're more than welcome to.
Okay.
I'm not,
But, all right. But you're telling me I can't go into that area, correct?
in film in there.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to get a card. So because I'm filming, I can't go get a card.
What's that?
I wanted to go get a card. When the postmaster confronted me, I was looking at cards. I wanted to purchase a card.
Right.
But
If you wanted to go in there, yeah, but
you're saying I would have to turn off my camera in order
yes,
to
yeah,
do it.
you would not be able to film in there.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you're telling me. You're telling me. Like I said, I don't need my rights violated today. I don't want to go spend a night in your jail, so
you want a copy?
I'll take a copy. Sure, why not? They're all over the post office, though. There's
Yeah.
one behind me, one over there. So I'm pretty familiar with it. So they can't deny services just because I'm recording, you know. So
What's that?
They can't deny services. I get it. You're listening to him, and you're going based off of your interpretation.
Well, I'm going
Can I
off-
just get your?
off
I didn't get your name, by the way.
Patrolman Scott Krieger, Krieger, badge
Okay.
number is 414.
414. Thank you. Yeah. So I know for a fact they can't deny me services just because I'm filming. But I've dealt with postal inspectors before who are the law enforcement of. Like for Ravenna Police Department, you would need to have a memorandum of understanding to enforce law on federal property. This is federal property we're standing on right here. So I've dealt with postal inspectors before. I've filmed in areas like I do post office. I gather content at post office all over the United States, and postal inspectors have come who are the law enforcement division of the post office, and they have never had a problem with me filming. So,
Really?
yeah, and in fact, just denying me services from the post office can be open to civil litigation for a civil rights violation. But again, I listen to lawful orders, and I don't want any problems. Don't want to go to jail tonight.
I'm gonna be doing a report on
Sure.
this. Basically, we have to report everything.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Do you choose to identify yourself to
No.
put you in the report?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Right.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. I haven't broken any laws, so.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, officer.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
Don't understand why I can't go in there and complete my and buy my card and conduct my business. But again, I like to take it to the, you know, because there's no use in us arguing about it or anything like that, or me arguing with the postal.
Right.
It is what it is. You have the authority right now to arrest
you
me.
wouldn't get anywhere here today. You know
No,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
There's other-
You're just gonna arrest me, and then I'm gonna have to go to court,
there's
and
other
then.
places
But I
and
can go to court. I can go to court, you know, without being arrested, civil court. You know what I mean? So I'd rather go that route.
Yes.
So you stay safe. Take care, guys.
All right, you take care. I love you.
Take care. Thank you. Appreciate it. I can't believe that the officer here really said that this is not a lobby right over here. It specifically says retail lobby. That I don't understand. And another thing that makes no sense, guys, is this is a glass door. I can see everything inside of the lobby that I'm not supposed to be recording inside of. So it doesn't really make any sense to me. All they're doing is stopping me from conducting business and denying services from me. I can't go in there and buy a stamp, another stamp. I can't go in there and buy my get well soon card. I can see everything inside of the lobby from where I'm at right now. But if I go in there, you heard the police officer, I'd be arrested. So we're going to be taking this to a civil court. Insane. All right, guys, so we're just getting out of the United States Post Office here in Ravenna, Ohio. Definitely a big fail. The police officers have left, but they did tell me that if I entered the lobby, which apparently isn't a lobby, even though it says it's a lobby, I will be arrested for criminal trespass. I cannot get services. This is a denial of service. I wanted to purchase more things from inside the lobby, and they told me if I went back in there with my camera, I'll be arrested for criminal trespassing. You know, although the Ravenna PD officers were cordial and respectful with me, they still violated my constitutional rights. You know, it doesn't make any sense. I told him who I was. The postmaster went 0 to 100 so fast, wouldn't identify himself. His supervisor wouldn't identify himself. Just shows you the mentality of the government that's supposed to serve us, serve we the people. It's ridiculous that what's happening here all over the country. You see, I'm in Ohio. I'm going all over, guys, and I see the same thing all over the country. Denial of services, violation of rights. Thankfully, I wasn't arrested this time, you know, because under threat of arrest, it's the same thing, and we'll just take them to civil court. So like I said, guys, a big fail here, the United States Post Office here in Ravenna, Ohio. We're going to hold them accountable. We're going to be filing civil litigation. As always, guys, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit.
This incident reminds us, rights don't disappear just because someone feels uncomfortable. Public spaces belong to the people, and standing firm is often the first step toward real accountability. Always know your rights, and be prepared to defend them peacefully. A new mayor, a new administration, but will anything really change? As the people of Danbury celebrate their new leader, one journalist stands alone, demanding answers about past injustices and a future of true accountability. Tonight, the fight for transparency is just getting started.
Today, we're at the Danbury City Hall, the scene of the crime in which the Danbury Police Department unlawfully arrested me, seized my property for simply exercising my constitutional rights in a peaceful manner. I am still facing those charges, currently on a jury waiting list to fight it in court. Today is a special day in Danbury. Decided to drive all the way up here from Long Island. Today is the inauguration of the new mayor, Dean Esposito. I'm here because I want to confront the mayor and see what he has to say about my unlawful arrest, and if he's going to adopt the same policy as the last administration, which is arresting peaceful journalists, condoning their police department, saying 20 years ago I'd be dead with my teeth missing. So let's see if he condones that and he'll adopt the same policies. I'm expecting that he will, because he was part of the old administration. He was the chief of staff of Mayor Joe Cavo, so different face, same policies, I'm assuming, but we'll let him answer that for himself when we catch him outside. Today's his inauguration. We have a heavy police presence, as you would expect. Police cars everywhere driving around. They're going to be having a procession from this church behind this tree over here to the Palace Theater on Main Street, where he will be sworn in to office. So let's see what he's got to say. Stick around, guys. So everybody is arriving for the having a prayer service over here at the First Congressional Church, right across the street from City Hall. So let's go check it out. See if we can get some interviews with some people. Try and ask them if they condone what their city is doing here. All from public. Maybe we could find Utter or Officer Tibbetts here. Let's see. Let's check out these cars, see if we can find any of our old friends from the library. We have some Danbury police officer over here. I recognize you from one of my videos.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
How you doing?
Nothing, just wanted to check in and see how the mayor's doing, the new mayor. Congratulate him on his win.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Are you guys having a different policy at City Hall when it comes to peacefully recording than the old administration, or?
Everything's the same. We're going to continue on the mission of the city of Danbury.
Continue on the mission of arresting peaceful journalists?
I don't know about that. I'm not speaking about that. But,
You do know about that.
So this is the inauguration. We're having a nice prayer service tonight to start.
Good.
A
That's
nice
good. You
procession
guys
and
need it. Sure.
Inauguration.
Yeah, great.
All
I'll
right.
be here.
All right, nice to see you.
I will be here. What was your name?
John.
John?
Yes.
I've seen you in a lot of pictures with the mayor. Are you his chief of staff?
No,
No? Just an aide?
just an aide.
Gotcha. Okay. I've seen you in a lot of important pictures, so
Good.
maybe if you keep on, you'll get something, get a nice title for you. But don't, I'm not a bad guy, and I don't think that, I don't know you either. So I would just say that, you know, my arrest was definitely wrong, and I'm gonna keep on fighting until you guys do the right thing here. 20 years ago, I'd be dead with my teeth missing. You've seen the videos. I know you watched the Waterbury. You heard about the Waterbury. I saw you on my.
Waterbury.
Oh, you are. Yeah. So just want to make sure. I'll be out here.
All right, thank you.
How you doing today?
Sean, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good, all right.
Can I get your name?
Mike Sturdivant.
Mike Sturdivant. Oh, you handled the internal affairs investigation, right? Correct. Yeah. So I read your report. More or less pretty fair, I would say.
Trying to be.
More or less. 20 years ago, I'd be dead with my teeth missing was something, you know.
handled.
It was handled.
So?
It was suspended. So
we did our
that's,
job.
That's something. Correct. I would love that these charges that I have pending against me to be dismissed.
I'm sure you would, but that's a matter for the court at this point. So I'm sure they'll handle it.
Correct.
the way
But
they
you
got
guys arrested me, and I didn't do anything wrong. But
it. Well, there's a process. You know that. So
I know
we
that.
don't always agree on everything.
for sure,
That's why we have the court. They're the middle guy, so they can mediate.
for sure.
So, all right. We'll enjoy the rest of the night, Sean.
Thanks, Captain. We talked a lot in email.
We did.
So thank you. He's the head of internal affairs, the one who suspended Officer Utter and Officer Tibbetts from the library situation.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Captain, you know, you did good on the first internal affairs, but the second one, where Officer Farrell turns off his body camera, you didn't find any wrongdoing in that. Isn't that a violation of departmental policy?
Well, Sean, you got the report, and so we're going to just have to agree to disagree on that one.
It's clear as day that he turned off his body camera right before he arrested me.
You have my report, and you have our policy. So we're going to agree to disagree on when he was allowed to and when he was allowed to.
Yeah, you
keep
can
on.
mute it. You can mute it as per your policy. You can mute it, not turn it off completely.
Sean, we can disagree on that.
I mean, the facts speak for themselves, sir.
That's it.
The facts speak for themselves.
They want. We'll just agree to disagree.
Okay, that's fine. So we have the new mayor right here, Dean Esposito, going to his inauguration. Are you adopting the same policy as your predecessor for arresting peaceful journalists inside of City Hall for no apparent reason? Is that what you're doing? Are you adopting that same policy? Here is the old mayor who originally adopted the policy, Joe Cavo.
How are you?
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't get in your way.
yeah, you did. So Dean Esposito, Mayor Joe Cavo, arresting peaceful journalists for doing absolutely nothing inside of City Hall. Absolutely nothing inside of City Hall. Arresting peaceful journalists.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
I'm not gonna let this stand. This is my freedom and my livelihood we're talking about here. Officer, you're the one from the library who didn't say anything. Smart man. You're the only one that didn't get in any trouble. Only one. I told you at the library too. I said, don't get involved, right? All right. You didn't get. Thank you for not violating my rights that day. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. We appreciate good police officers like yourself. Thank you, sir. Let's see what they got going on over here. Thank you. So these officers are part of the procession. How you guys doing today?
Good, how you doing?
I believe this is the chief right over here, Patrick Ridenauer. Chief, why won't you do the right thing? Chief, Why won't you do the right thing? Chief Ridenauer. That's how they feel about violating our rights. Hey, look, everybody. The security guard is no longer Phil. It's the guy from the library. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the Danbury playlist that I have. You'll love it. He's from the library originally. This was Phil Janusa's post, and obviously he's been removed. So there is some small justice in the world that I don't have to come back here and see Phil still holding his same position. So there is some justice. So we're going to wait right outside here for the mayor and the prospective mayor to come out.
It's almost December.
I don't see Officer Mike Farrell here, or Utter, or Dennis, or Tibbetts. This must be leave your tyrant at home day. Maybe they didn't want any problems. Treated like kings. Procession all the way down to the Palace Theater, blocking off the street. There's the mayor right there, the incoming mayor. 20 years ago, I'd be dead, Mr. Mayor, with my teeth missing. Will your administration be open to transparency and accountability? You worked for the last one. 20 years ago, I'd be dead with my teeth missing. Glenn Utter of the Danbury Police Department and Mayor Cavo did nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. And the new mayor doesn't want to do anything either. You guys are leaving a church. 20 years ago, I would have been dead, and no one cares. We're just going to celebrate him like he's a king.
Everybody gonna walk?
Don't get in my way, man. Don't get in my way. If you get in my way, I'm going to push you out of my way. Get out of my way.
Do not touch me. That's assault, sir.
Get out of my way.
Do not put your hands on me.
They don't charge for assault here.
That's good.
There's the security guard did it to me. There's the mayor. 20 years ago, I'd be dead with my teeth missing. 20 years ago. No one cares.
I'll pray for you. I really will.
Thank you. I'm facing unjust charges from the city. Say a prayer, write to your mayor, whatever you got to do. Look, they put on this fantastic show.
Going after the honor.
20 years ago, I'd be dead, right?
That a boy dream.
Nothing was done. Nothing was done.
Detail.
There's the mayor right there in the glasses, Dean Esposito.
The elected official.
How do you sleep at night, knowing that a man is being unjustly prosecuted for peacefully recording? How do you sleep at night? You're lucky you won by a few votes. The people don't stand with you. Maybe all the people here do, but Danbury as a whole, you won by a few votes.
We stand with him.
Yeah, I said everybody here does. Yeah. You stand with 20 years ago, I'd be dead? You stand with that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
20 years ago, I'd be dead with my teeth missing. That's what the police department said here. I'm facing criminal charges for nothing.
Okay. Mike, move him up a little.
You would think he's a king. He's just a man.
Okay. Line up.
You would think he's a king. Look how they treat him, like he's a king. He's a man like the rest of us. I'm facing criminal charges because of this government here. Criminal charges.
All right, Billy.
Stand ready. Mark time by the roll. Step off to the street feet. By the station. Quick, start.
You're corrupt. There goes the mayor right there. And the incoming mayor. Both of the same party, both work together. I won't be silenced. You are corrupt. You want to take my freedom away from me for no reason. There goes the chief. Chief Patrick Ridenauer. There he is. Right there. There's the chief of police. Your department is corrupt, sir. And if you're not going to do anything about it, you're corrupt as well. You know what happened to me was an injustice, and you want to keep on with it, right? You should be ashamed of yourself. There goes the town clerk, Jan Geigler. I'm still waiting on my FOIA request. Still waiting on my FOIA request. No good. He's no good. He's no good. He's corrupt. He's corrupt. You don't know.
You 20 years ago, brother. I'm
No.
sorry you went through what you did.
I went through what I did just recently. Just recently what I went
Did
through.
he have a part of that? He has
Yes,
no part of
he
that.
is the head of the city, sir. He is the head of the city. I'm being prosecuted for no reason because he's the head of the city. He's the mayor. He just got elected.
He just got elected today.
Yeah, but he was the chief of staff of the last administration, sir. He could have done something about it.
49 years.
Sir, I'm being unjustly.
He's
I'm being
been my best friend
I
for
understand
49
that.
years, man.
And I'm
promise
all
you,
for
he
sticking
will
up for
make
your
sure
friends.
He will make sure.
I'm
he'll
all
take
for you.
care of
Listen,
that.
sir, I'm all for you sticking up for your friends. I'm just saying my
You've been my best
livelihood,
friend for 49.
my freedom, sir. We're all
Okay.
American here.
Okay, yes,
we love
are.
the Constitution,
Yes, we
correct?
Are. We are. We are.
And my
We
freedom
are.
is
And I
my
promise
freedom
you,
is in jeopardy.
That man right there is going to do the best he can.
I hope he does because my freedom is in stake.
Okay.
I was trespassed from City Hall for filming, just filming. That's all I did.
So
I'm being reasonable just like I am now. I'm not cursing.
Give me your. I promise him. He's been my best friend for 49 years, man.
I don't know him personally. I'm not going to say
He's
that.
been my best friend for
Okay.
that amount of time.
I understand.
So give me your name and I can give you your.
He knows who I am, sir. He knows who I am.
What's your name? So
my name is Sean. He knows
Sean,
who Sean
what's your
Reyes. Sean Reyes.
Reyes.
I'm a fellow American like you who loves the Constitution.
Okay.
We shouldn't be treated differently just because I have a camera. Because I went into City Hall with a camera, I was arrested for breach of the peace and trespass. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
If you want, I could even send you the video. I posted the video.
You can send
People are outraged about what happened.
You can send it to me,
outraged.
Sean. But this, like I said, I don't know your story. I promise you.
I know, and
I live
I'm
in
not.
New York
and,
City.
listen, I'm from Long Island.
here.
I'm from Long Island.
Okay.
Listen, I was born and raised on Long Island. My story is I go to city halls and I video record just peacefully, and I do Freedom of Information Act requests for the budget, for everything like that. And because I was recording, I was arrested for criminal trespass and breach of the peace.
Okay.
And that's not fair. I'm not. I have a family.
I don't know your story, Sean. I promise you, bro.
But
know?
if you ask your friend, I'm sure he'll point you in the right direction to my story.
Okay.
And
All right.
and just like I'm talking to you now,
Yeah.
is that that's
sure
who
I'm
I
getting
am.
recorded right
that's
now, so
yeah,
it's
but that's who I am, sir. That's
Okay.
who, whether I'm recording or not. That's who I am. I'm not disrespectful.
Okay.
I don't want to disrespect
All right,
anybody.
Let me ask him about it, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
We're
it.
gonna have breakfast tomorrow, and then we'll talk.
I appreciate it. I'm sure you're very happy for your friend becoming the mayor.
Absolutely, Sean.
Tell him I said, tell him I said,
story,
tell him
bud.
I said congratulations, and I hope he does better. But
Thank you for your
I want the
story.
city to succeed. I do.
Thank
I
you
might
for
not be from here, but I want it to succeed.
Yeah, I'm from here, don't live here, but I'm back again to support him.
Good.
You know?
Good, sir.
Okay.
Good. Thank
right,
you.
Sean.
There's the new mayor right there. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Chief, right now, you shouldn't be a part of the corruption, sir. You're highly respected. You're highly respected in the community, but yet you're a part of it. It's sad. This is my freedom on the line here. There goes the chief of police right here. Chief of police, Ridenhour. Do the right thing, chief. Do the right thing. There he is right there. Do the right thing. Don't allow the politics to ruin you.
Shorty, how are you, bro?
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad, man.
This is the only guy over here who's been nice to me. I have no complaints about you.
Always a gentleman.
You're always a gentleman. All right, guys, so we've been waiting outside here, the Palace Theater, where Mayor Dean Esposito, the newly elected mayor of Danbury, is being inaugurated. We've been out here for probably about an hour, hour and a half. It is 32 degrees outside, extremely cold. Been outside since about 4:30. So, I'm going to get out of here. I don't expect him to answer any of my questions or address any of my concerns. He didn't do it while it was happening. He didn't do it when I was asking him outside of the church and outside on the street. So he's not going to answer any of my questions here today. We all know this, but I wanted to show him, show all the government officials of Danbury, from the police chief down, from the mayor down, that I'm not going to be silent. I'm not going to go away. I'm going to keep fighting. We, the people, will keep fighting for justice, for transparency, for accountability. That's what we're fighting for here. Justice. My freedom is on the line. I'm currently on a jury trial waiting list in the Danbury Superior Court. And that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to keep fighting. We're not going to give up. We're going to be found not guilty. Hopefully, Mayor Dean Esposito does the right thing and he changes a lot of the policies and the attitude of the Danbury government here. I don't give him a good shot, as he was the chief of staff when I was unlawfully arrested, my property stolen from me, simply for peacefully filming inside of City Hall. So, we'll see what he does now that he is the new mayor. He is inside right now taking his oath to the Constitution, to uphold the Constitution, and to respect our rights. Let's hope that he honors that oath as the new mayor here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to make it so that way you guys can see I don't give up. The reason why I didn't let any of you know to come down here with me to support is because I didn't want them knowing that I was coming. I wanted to surprise them. I'm sure that they monitor my YouTube account, so I wanted to surprise them here so they didn't make any changes to the schedule. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about the newly elected mayor, former chief of staff, in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit.
Change doesn't happen through silence or surrender. It happens when people stand firm, no matter how cold the night or how high the walls of power may seem. We, the people, must keep pushing for transparency, accountability, and justice. Stay strong, stay vigilant, and never back down.